What's up? What's good? What's happening? We are live today, baby. Live with another crypto video. My name is King Smith, and today we're just going to chat. We're going to chat. We're going to chill. We're going to talk about security as a very clever hack occurred that cost people lost money in cryptocurrency, and we're going to talk about what happened and three things that you can do to prevent yourself from losing money on your end. We're streaming across multiple platforms. You can see them up there on the screen: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the actual King Smith, and Twitter at actual King Smith. I hope that with Elon Musk buying Twitter now, that we could add some additional characters so I could be on brand across all of my streaming platforms. I have a couple of things to talk about before I get into today's video. First thing is, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that like button for the algorithms. All right, help me out on the algorithm over there. Okay. And this week, this upcoming Friday, we are having the end of the month CrowFam poker tournament. I was hoping to have the details out by the time that I went live on this video. I can tell you the date. It'll be this Friday, April the 29th. I can tell you it's going to start at 5:30. And I can tell you that the amount is going to be a 100 Crow buy-in. But I don't have the link as of just yet. I'm working with the organizer to get that put up there. So go follow my Twitter and my Facebook page at the actual King Smith. And when I have the link to the poker tournament that's going to be this upcoming Friday, you will be able to go there and register. I will have clear instructions on what the buy-in is, where you send your buy-in at, and all of that jazz. Okay. And there's going to be some pretty cool crypto prizes around the BACC finance, the bot homonym area with NFTs, things that you can do to stake to earn yourself some cryptocurrency. All right. I've been in Bach Finance since its early inception, and I have several of their NFTs and some of the projects that are around it staked, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, I have been very vocal about my support for Bach Finance, but I've also been critical of some things as well that I'm still looking at trying to get them to update and change. All right. But my confidence is still there with what they have going on long term and what it can do for me. So, what are we talking about today? We're going to talk about how somebody got really, really clever and created a fake link and hacked into an actual verified Instagram account to entice people to click on that link and basically get their cryptocurrency stolen. So before I get into the article, let's get some music going. I found out that you could use T-Pain's Pizzle Pack, license free. So for those of y'all content creators out there that want some royalty free, license free type music that you can play and not have to worry about getting your stream shut down for copyright, go check out T-Pain's Pizzle Pack. All right. I think there's 4 of them out right now, and you can get it on slip.stream to be able to play music like this. Adds a whole different vibe to it. All right. And that's what I'm digging. So let's share my screen. And this article is from Coindesk.com, written by Oliver Knight, which is titled NFT Stolen After Bored Ape Yacht Club Instagram and Discord Was Hacked. All right. If the music is too distracting, y'all let me know. Maybe I can do some little minor adjusting. All right. So what did somebody do? Basically, somebody got in there early this morning on Bored Ape Yacht Club's verified Instagram account and changed the link, because on Instagram you can have a link up that can direct people to a website or anything like that. And what they did was they went on and said that, hey, if you go here and click on this link and approve this approval button that we're going to have you do, you'll be able to be eligible for for a free airdrop. Actually, I'm gonna stop the music. It's distracting to me. That experiment is over with. In the end, it was just distracting to me. All right. But when they had that link up, what it would do is it would, when you clicked on it and you clicked approve, it would transfer whatever was in your cryptocurrency wallet over to somebody else's wallet. Now, the link and the hack wasn't going up for that long, but at the time of this writing, which this was published a couple of hours ago, it had been estimated that around 24 Bored Apes and 30 Mutant Apes had been stolen through an OpenSea transfer, which OpenSea is an NFT marketplace. So if these terms are making sense to you, then you're understanding what it is that I'm talking about. Zoom in on me. If you don't know what an NFT is, which in longhand it's non-fungible token, then none of this is going to make sense to you. All right. But if you understand what an NFT is and kind of how it derives its value, then, or some derive their value anyway, then you'll at least understand and kind of know what I'm talking about. But this news, it made waves pretty quickly because Bored Ape Yacht Club is one of the most popular, if not, I think the most traded, popular, valued NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. At least that's what I think it is. That can be verified on OpenSea though. All right. So it was up there for a while, and the estimated value of those 54 NFTs, as calculated by the floor price, which the floor price is the lowest price that you could find for a particular NFT, is about $13.7 million. But Yuga Labs, which is like the developers of Bored Ape Yacht Club, have came out and said that the attack's a lot smaller. All right. But it was a genius attack because people would assume, and folks like to act fast on information. This is why sometimes I think it pays to just be patient. All right. Because if you can see that the verified account for some business or product that you have has put up this link and maybe doing some type of surprise promotion, chances are those that are in early get the chance to reap the rewards if they're able to get in and can participate in it. But for me, sometimes I don't like being first. I don't like being first. Okay. I'd rather see what other people do and see if it's good for them or if it's bad for them before I participate in it. Okay. A very similar story happened to a buddy of mine, and he's going to be okay with me talking about this one. All right. He was in Discord and saw a link that was being passed around in the community in Discord. And typically, the developers or admin inside of a Discord chat channel is on top of links that are being passed around and are quick to take away bad links or promote those that are actual legit verifiable links. And a buddy of mine saw an opportunity, or what he thought was an opportunity, got in, and I won't put the dollar amount of what he lost in there, but let's just say it definitely had a comma in it for sure, and he was not happy with the amount that he lost. It's a good chunk of a US person's salary that got stolen just like that on something that he works in IT. Okay. This particular person works in IT and knows a lot better. So I've had two people personally that I know close to me. One, not as smart. I'm trying to say this nicely. He's not as IT savvy as the other one. And he got had a couple of months ago, which put him off of crypto completely. And I've talked about that on my channel. I talked about the first particular person in which he got hacked and said, you know what, I'm done with cryptocurrency, which, in my opinion, one instance should not put you off of cryptocurrency altogether. A lot of stuff is still new. Okay. A lot of stuff is still new. On the DeFi side of the house, It's a little bit more wild westy. Wild westy. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with that. It's a little bit more on the wild west side, but there are still some security measures that you can put in place to keep yourself from getting hacked. All right. On the centralized exchange side of the house, like Coinbase, KuCoin, crypto.com, they have measures in place. And I think now is actually a good time to get into that. But I want to go back into this article to make sure that I wrapped up everything that I want to talk about. So essentially, somebody hacked the Boyd 8 Yacht Club Instagram account and put a link right here that when people clicked on it, they thought that they were going in to approve of something that would make them eligible for an airdrop, which an airdrop is a way of participating in something and receiving free cryptocurrency or something of value put inside of your wallet for doing something. All right, that's the quick way of explaining. Well, King, what's an airdrop? All right, so that's the quick way. And once it got figured out that this was a hack, the Board 8 Yacht Club Instagram was able to get control of their account. But now, they're about doing damage control now. Somebody out here with this address, because this is public information as far as like going to Etherscan and seeing what the wallet hexagonal hexa whatever. I'm at a loss for words today. Address is to see where these coins are sitting, where they move to, and different things like that. All right. So look, people are smart. Folks are finding out ways of trying to scam you out of your cryptocurrencies and things like that. So what can you do? Okay, what can you do as a regular person, whether you're pretty good on basic IT systems information or IT security level stuff or not? What can you do to keep yourself from getting hacked? Well, look, cryptocurrency is no different from, or I say like using a cryptocurrency exchange in a way, because you have to think about this kind of separately on the decentralized exchange and on the centralized exchange. Think about centralized exchange in the same way that you would manage your banking app. Okay. A lot of people still do, I ain't gonna say still do, several people now, when they're checking out their bank, they'll pick up their smartphones and log into whatever bank that they use to check their balances, transfer between accounts. You can apply for loans and different stuff. You can do a lot of things on a banking app. Well, these different centralized exchanges, KuCoin, Coinbase, Webull is more of a trading platform with stocks and crypto, but a lot of this stuff, it has the same security features that a bank can offer. So one of the things that you can do that most of these offer is go into your security settings and ensure that you have two-factor authentication turned on. Okay? Two-factor authentication. You want to make sure that you have it on. Now, it's a hassle, but at the same time, it offers you an additional level of protection for a couple of different ways. One way is that before you can log into your account, or in some instances, before you can actually approve of a transaction, whether it's buying crypto or withdrawing some type of cryptocurrency from your wallet on the exchange to a different wallet, if you have two-factor authentication on, the moment that you hit OK, it'll send some type of code either to your email or to your cell phone in the form of a text message or both. Okay. And you have to input whatever that 6 to 7 digit code is that gets sent to you before you can finish working through that transaction. Okay. So that does a lot of different things. If you're the one that's doing it, then you can be kind of in control of that transaction. And the second thing that does too is that, let's say somebody hacked into your account and is trying to do the same thing. As long as they don't have access to your phone or email, right? They're not going to get that code. If you have some type of random code pop up and you're like, wait, I'm not on Coinbase right now. I'm not authorizing a purchase of $500 worth of Ethereum or trying to withdraw $500 worth of Ethereum from my wallet. What's going on? You can then log into your Coinbase account, your KuCoin account, or let's see. Well, I'll just talk about Coinbase and KuCoin because I know that they've got this. They have a feature that you can freeze all transactions. Okay, so you can log in and you can hit freeze, and it'll stop anything and everything from transacting. Okay, it's just a quick log in, go to settings, security, hit that freeze button. Boom, shuts it down. Okay, that's a quick way of being able to go in after you think that you've been hacked and figure out what's going on. Okay, because if you have two-factor authentication on from the beginning, people shouldn't be able to log into your centralized account without you knowing. But there's a chance that it can still happen, man. People are good. Folks are good. Now, I talked about that primarily for centralized exchanges, but decentralized exchanges like crypto.com DeFi also has two-factor authentication as well. All right. The second thing that you can do, use an authenticator like Google Authenticator. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a bit of a hassle. It is 100% a hassle because if you're doing it from your phone, okay, then you have to go in, approve whatever transactions it is that you're trying to do, hit the two-factor authentication code that comes through, as well as whatever Google Authenticator number that comes up, which is typically time box. So every 30 seconds, there's a changing code that just happens every 30 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. So you've got 30 seconds, or it could be less than that. It could be 20 seconds of when that code comes up on the time box part of it to then get that code and then come back into your app, put whatever that 6-digit code is from the authenticator and click approve. It adds an extra layer of security that's needed and is nice, but at the same time, it can be frustrating depending on like where it's at in the code, because sometimes you just might not have time to get back over into the app, and now you got to wait for that next rotating 6-digit code to come back up and then go back in and put that in so that you can verify whatever transaction it is that you're trying to do as well. So if you have both two-factor authentication and authenticator onto your account, you're kind of like Fort Knox. Okay, there was an issue on Coinbase a couple of months back where, no, I'm sorry, not Coinbase, it was crypto.com, where they had to go in and reset everybody's authenticator because somebody got in and hacked whatever security central site that they had, and some people had their accounts compromised. Okay. I don't remember the exact value of how much got hacked based off of that, compromise. And it also sucks to say that you can do all of this stuff and people can still find a workaround. But hey, that's technology. The only other way of being outside of this kind of stuff, besides having some type of software or hardware coded security measures, is to just not be on the network, plain and simple. Okay. But if you're on the network trying to make this stuff work, then as long as you're doing things like not clicking on malicious links or not making sure that you're on the correct website, and or just not having your two-factor authentication and authenticator on, if you're doing those steps to protect yourself, then in the end you should be okay. All right, I'm not trying to make it all doom and gloom, but 99% of security compromises can be prevented with proper planning from you. The other 1% is a smart bad guy that employed some type of hack or scam that got you to fall for it. Plain and simple. 99% of the time, it's your fault. Let me just say it that way. just say it that way. 99% of the time is your fault. If you don't have two-factor authentication on, if you don't have the authenticator on, okay, it's your fault. Plain and simple. All right. So the third thing that you can do, and I can see that this is misspelled already. So let me fix this before I pop this up here. The third thing that you can do is ensure that whatever you're doing is verified. Plain and simple. Ensure that the site that you're on is the correct site. All right. If you're going to go and click on a link that is on an Instagram or a Twitter profile, I would caution you about doing that. I would caution you about doing that. Okay. For me, every time I go into Uniswap, every time I go into Bach Finance, every time I go into Coinbase, if I'm doing it from my computer anyway, if I'm using the app, then I know I'm good to go. But if I'm on my laptop here, I don't go from a certain website. I put it in myself. Okay. And then I'm checking the security stamp up at the top right to make sure that it is the actual website. Because if it's not, and somebody has spoofed that website, and you go in and you trying to approve a transaction, you could actually be approving a from to script where people are going to take things from your wallet and send it to their wallet. And for the most part, if that happens, once it's gone, it's gone. For the most part, okay? Some of these decentralized exchanges, when the hacks are big enough and affect a lot of people, they have kind of come back on the back end and have given people replacement value for what it was that, got lost or stolen. But I wouldn't count on that. Personally, I wouldn't count on that. All right. I'd rather do the things that 99% of the time I can control so that I'm not doing anything that's going to cause me to lose my cryptocurrency. Plain and simple. Okay. So I'm going to check the chat, see if we have anything there. As of right now, we don't. Okay. But look, I'm back. I'm going to be live every day this week, but Wednesday. Wednesday, I will not be live because I have another engagement. Okay. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to talk about, well, actually, I have a couple of things coming up. Let me just say this. If you haven't been into Vote Inu, I've talked about Vote Inu, but not a whole lot. Vote has shot up, and I can't explain why. I believe I've about 23x on it right now, which is where it's sitting at. Let me see where Vote is sitting at right now. Let me bring this up here, and I'm going to do it through 8board. Let me bring this up. Let me see where Vote is sitting at. Actually, I'm gonna bring up the chart. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring up the chart, see where it's at. I can't give an exact how much I've X because I've taken profits. Okay, I did not take profits when Shiba had its run, and kind of regretted it. So now I'm kind of like, depending on what the run does, I'll take profits along the way, which is what I did for Volt. All right, I put in like less than $200. And had I not pulled any out, I think I'd be sitting at around like 2,600. All right. But I put in that like $120 back in December, like literally right when it first came out. Right when it first came out, I put in a nice little chunk of change. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I put in a small amount of change. And as of this week, or actually the last couple of days, once it had migrated over to its version 2 contract, it decided to take off. And it looks like it's kind of sitting at several zero, about 5 zeros and 2.6. And it started under 1.8 earlier today or earlier yesterday. So let's bring this up. This chart is ridiculous. All right, so let's bring this up. Now, I'm not a technical guy, so you're not going to sit here and hear me talk about technical analysis and things like that. All I know is green is buys, reds are sales, and there has been more green days than red days. And now this is the version 2 contract, okay? So, and if you go down here, It's had a ton of volume today, a lot of buys, all right, that went on today. And if you look here, I mean, look at all these buys. Different wallets, all right, are coming in here, and people are still making buys off this. You had a 4 Ethereum sale not too long ago. Let's see what else here. A 2.6 Ethereum sale. No big Ethereum buys, at least for what I'm scrolling in here. All right. I'm gonna see if I can see my transaction because I made a small sale. There's a 6.6 Ethereum sale there. Hey, here we go. There's a 13 Ethereum sale from this wallet here. Let's see if we can go in here and look and see what they've been doing with Volt. Okay, so about 63 days ago, they got into Volt. Kind of early too. All right. Did the this would have probably been the migration from version 1 to version 2, and then got out and made a sale here not too long ago. Look, that's not bad. Whoever that is likely made a pretty nice chunk of change too. All right. I've taken out, I'll just tell y'all, I've taken out about half of what the run up was for me. So had I not pulled out, I think I'd be sitting at about 2,600 on a $120 early investment. Call it a lottery ticket. Okay, call it what you want. I got in the vote because I heard somebody else talking about it. I did a little bit of research on it, and I was like, you know what? And whatever. If this does something, great. If it doesn't, so be it. This same wallet here, and I'm just looking at the last four of the wallet address, had a 17 Ethereum sale and a 16 Ethereum sale. Ooh, and somebody up here had a 26 Ethereum sale. Hey, somebody got a lot of money. It ain't me just yet. But look, still a lot of buys, still a lot of green here. Is the run done? It'd be nice if it wasn't. It'd be nice if it wasn't. If it hits another run, I'm gonna take more profits as it shoots up. We'll see if it hit the threes tomorrow. It'd be nice if I go to sleep, wake up, and see this chart still doing this. Yoink. It'd be nice. All right. So some things that I get into, I just kind of luck. I talked about stuff that I like to look at, which is whether the team is doxxed or not. Okay. What is the utility of the cryptocurrency in general? Does it have an ecosystem around it? The interesting part about it is Shiba has all of that but the doxing. But yet, the adoption of Shiba is worldwide and it's making moves like nobody's business. And I don't see it stopping at all. I don't see it stopping at all. Shiba, in my opinion, if you're not into any part of the Shiba ecosystem, I'd like to know why. I'd like to know why. I just bought, I'm gonna see if I could bring this up, and this will be the last thing that I talk about today. Okay, so I'm done with the security talk. But to recap, turn on your two-factor authentication, have some type of authenticator, as well as ensure that the site and everything that you're using is the legit and verifiable site. Now I'm gonna log into, let's do this from shib.io. Shib.io is going to be Shib's new landing page for everything with the Shiba metaverse and things like that. All right. So they have, which is the third phase. Okay. And then let me do my screen here. Where you can go in and you can purchase, and I'm doing air quotes, sale for public land on Shiba. All right. There's still a lot that can be purchased. So they had a bid event, which I didn't have the money to participate in a bid event. And then they had a holders event where if you had leash or Shiboshis, which is one of their NFTs, then they had you had early access, all right, to be able to go in and acquire land using Ethereum. Now they're on their public sale, which is open for all. So I got in yesterday, okay, and I purchased me some land around this area up here in the growth dune. And what I did was I said, I ain't got a whole lot of Ethereum to make a purchase here. So what's the cheapest I could get? So I took this filter and I moved it all the way down because I said 2 ETH is the maximum amount of what I'm going to get. Or I'm sorry, 0.2 ETH, which as of yesterday's price was about 590 bucks. It's more now at the current price of Ethereum with where it's at as of this moment. Okay. But these lightly shaded areas right here, let's see if you can see that on the screen. Yeah. So these are lands that are available. Okay. So when you click on it, all right. Oh, nope. These are actually lands that are open. I said that wrong. Well, how can I find which one of these areas are not owned? I don't like how this looks. You can see me messing up live on the screen. I thought when I did this, this would filter. Oh, let's do this. Open for minting. All right. So these are the ones that are open for minting. Let's do it this way. Okay. So you can get in here, and to mint, you have to have whatever the price is for minting for whatever that land is. And there's like 4 different traits. There's silver fur, golden tail, platinum paw, and diamond teeth. Silver fur is the cheapest. Diamond teeth is the most expensive one, where like you have that minimum amount of ETH that's needed to mint. So when you click mint, it'll tell you how much it'll cost to mint that area. You get what the plot is, which this is like an XY coordinate. All right. And then you just have to have enough Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet to be able to come in here and mint. Now, if that made sense to you, cool, you understand DeFi. If that did not make sense to you, then watch more videos about DeFi to have an understanding. That's really the only thing that I can kind of say to that. But there were a lot more open land areas around this growth dune area earlier, which there's supposedly going to be different traits that are in there. Okay, so the growth dune area is this block from here to here. All right, the currency canyon is, here to there. Like there's all these different areas, and the traits are going to mean something. I'm going to be honest, I haven't fully read up on the Shiba metaverse. Like I've read through what they've put out. I'm in the Discord seeing what other people are talking about as well, but I'm still trying to learn if owning a land in the SHIB metaverse is going to be valuable to me. Now, the next time I get paid, after I pay all my bills and I see what I have left on my budget, I might try to get one of these golden tail lands. All right. Which the reason why says that there are no results is because the golden tails are a little bit higher than 2 ETH. Okay. So I'm going to do that, open for minting, and let's see if this is a golden tail one right here. Let me move my face off the screen. This pretty mug up here on the screen at the top right. So, yep. So you can see that this is a golden tail here in the growth area. All right. So when I click mint, it'll tell you this one is 0.3 ETH to mint it. And once you click mint and pay the appropriate transaction fee to mint it, you will own it once it gets approved. And how you can look at that is you could go to OpenSea to see where your mint is at. So if you look here, you can see. I'll show you right here. I minted this land on 5635 in the growth area for point 0.21 ETH or 0.2 ETH. It is mine. Okay, let's see if I click on it if it takes me right to it. Yep, it takes me right to it. Are there any ones around it that are still open? Okay, so there's a few around it that are still open. Okay, I'm gonna try to get me one more. I'm gonna try to get me one more. Actually, I'm gonna try to get me one of these platinum paws. All right, Let me see which one of the platinum paws are available for mint. Maybe if I could get me one right here around this Wagme temple or something close to this rocket pawn. How much does it cost to mint one of those? That'll be the deciding factor if I'm able to do it or not. Ew, so half of an Ethereum? We'll see about that. My pockets ain't that deep. All right. But with everything that Sheba's done, the reason why I'm showing y'all that, the reason why I'm bringing this up, with everything that Sheba has done, all right, I think that it'd be smart of you to get into their ecosystem, because if you have the ability to get into their ecosystem and hold off, I think it can pay off in the long run. So that is my video for today. All right. Let me know what you thought. Are there any security measures that I've missed that you would like to tell people about? Put that down in the comment section if you've made it this far. Let people know your thoughts about security, anything that I might have missed. Were you a victim of a scam? Would you like to come on and talk about it and educate the people? Let us know, man. I would gladly have you on. We could have an episode dedicated to your story about how you got scammed. All right. Let's see. We have a question through a text message. Somebody asked me, did the scammers get me? Not yet. Let me say that. I have not been scammed yet. To this day, I haven't been scammed yet. All right. The reason why I say not yet, I almost did once, and I am so glad that I did not fall for it. As a matter of fact, I think I talked about it. I've talked about it on one of my episodes where it was a YouTube video, and I was quick to say, "Hey, man, go bring up the like." I sent the YouTube video to some buddies of mine that are in cryptocurrency, and I was glad that I did, because in the process of where I said be patient, okay, uh I there was like a thought of, wait, hold on, this don't sound right. And I had actually recalled that I had watched that video earlier. What this scammer did was they took a video that had occurred earlier, put it on a different YouTube channel, and then created this wallet address that said, if you send cryptocurrency to this wallet address, you'll get it back double. All right. So I was thinking, man, I'll send them all of mine so I get it back double. And I mean, it was very elaborate. And that thing ran for a while until it was eventually pulled down, because people have to go in to report it in order for YouTube to kind of take action on it. Okay. And I was glad that I took some time to think it through, because after I had sent it and told my buddies about it, I actually followed back up and said, hey, don't do that. Actually, that's a scam. And that's what kind of made me go, okay, I need to be more vigilant about what it is that I'm doing to make sure that I don't get got like that. Okay. So shout out to the person who asked me that question. I typically turn my cell phone off so that it's not distracting, but I got this Apple Watch here, and I just so happened to notice the text message, and they asked me the question over text instead of through the chat. But I answered her question, and I appreciate her for tuning in. All right. Poker this coming Friday. Check my social medias for the detail. I'm going to talk about it on tomorrow's live stream. And I am out. Deuces.